Isaiah and Desmond, the film analyst.
Isaiah and Desmond, the film analyst.
Isaiah.
Desmond.
Isaiah.
Desmond.
Isaiah and Desmond, the film analyst.
Isaiah.
Desmond.
Isaiah.
Desmond.
Isaiah.
Desmond.
Isaiah.
Isaiah and Desmond, the film analysts.
Hey, Desmond.
Hey, Isaiah.
You want a high five?
Sure.
Okay. Hey, Desmond, Sunset Boulevard is such a great movie, huh?
Yes.
Well, before we get into the nitty-gritty of the narrative, let's flip things over to our correspondent, Genevieve. Genevieve.
Fuck.
Oh, it doesn't seem like she knows her microphone is on. Genevieve.
So, here are some clips that really stuck out to me. The opening shot when he is laying face down in a pool and he's admitting to the audience that he's dead.
You see, the body of a young man was found floating in the pool of her mansion, with 2 shots in his back and 1 in his stomach. Nobody important, really. Just a movie writer with a couple of B pictures to his credit. The poor dope. He always wanted a pool.
I love that. I think that's amazing because a lot of times when I feel like when movies start with the ending, it's not as good, but I think this fit perfectly because it really captures your attention and just kind of makes you think like, what is gonna happen? Like, why is he face down in a pool, you know? The next clip that I think is really interesting is when she says,
I am big. It's the pictures that got small.
I knew there was something wrong.
the camera work there is, as well as in the opening shot, isn't drastic. Nothing crazy happens, which I think fits perfectly with just the feel of the movie and the message that they're trying to get across because of this misunderstanding when he first comes in and she's like, you know, like trying to sell her dead monkey or something. And he's just like, whoa, you got the wrong guy. You know, like my car broke down. Of course, last but not least, the most iconic scene, in my opinion, of this movie where she says she's ready for her close-up.
All right, Mr. DeMille, I'm ready for my close-up.
That is so perfect because she is walking down the staircase and the camera's following her like very slow, and it just shows how like gone her mind has been, like how she just thinks she's continuously in a movie when she's not. Like those are those are police, like they're there to get her or whatever. But yeah, so it's so perfect how they're following her down and she's like, let me just say a few words. And the camera's just on her. The focus is on her. And I think that is perfect. And it completely captures her essence and her being because she's so caught up in herself and just that she thinks she's in a movie and that she's just the star. And the fact that she's just like the center and all eyes are on her is just perfect. And back to you, Desmond and Isaiah.
Man, this sure is fun, isn't it, Desi boy? The mansion in the film is an immediate visual depiction of Norma herself. It's run down and empty, so much so that Joe assumes that it's completely abandoned in the beginning of the film. Norma is still the same shell of a woman who she once was, just like her mansion. But she has lost the life of a fully functioning movie star, much like her mansion has lost its modern and lively polish.
I had landed myself in the driveway of some big mansion that looked run down and deserted. At the end of the drive was a lovely sight indeed. A great big empty garage, just standing there going to waste. If ever there was a place to stash away a limping car with a hot license number.
The movie is also somewhat self-aware in that many of the actors from the silent movies started to fizzle out due to the introduction of sound in movies. Gloria Swanson, who plays Norma Desmond, herself was a pretty big silent movie actress whose production fizzled out due to the introduction of sound in film.
Norma is completely trapped in her past, living extravagantly through her false lens of who she once was and who she still believes to be. Joe is a reminder that she is not the same star she used to be.
When Norma decides to shoot Joe, she essentially closes the doors of reality so that she can keep believing that she is a star.
You didn't believe me. Now I suppose you don't think I have the courage.
Oh, sure, if it would make a good scene.
You don't care, do you? But hundreds of thousands of people will care.
Oh, wake up, Norma. You'd be killing yourself to an empty house. The audience left 20 years ago. Now face it.
That's a lie. They still want me.
No, they don't. Norma, you're a woman of 50. Now grow up. There's nothing tragic about being 50. Not unless you try to be 25.
Boy, it sure would be cool to be able to jump right into the movie and see what it'd be like to be in the scene, huh, Desmond?
You betcha.
Well, let's give it a shot.
Joe!
Oh, God.
Well, that's all the time we have.
I think I'm bleeding out. Okay. Oh.
You know what, Isaiah? I did have fun today.